Hello and welcome back to the Top Shelf Criterion Review Series. I need to get used to saying that since I don't deal in DVDs as much anymore, but this is a straight up review of every Criterion edition that I get. This is episode 68. My name is Ernest Whiteman III. I'm a Northern Arapaho filmmaker, artist, writer, and media educator, and we're taking a look at the top shelf of my home video collection. I have a pre-selected disc. I'll give you a short synopsis, a review if I've read it, and a look at the extras. And we're dealing in rebuilding my Criterion Collection and my movie top 10 in Blu-rays now that I have a Blu-ray player. So that's exciting. I'm only like 10 years behind the times, I think, if not more. But today's episode I'm really excited for because it's been something that I've been wanting to talk about for a while, and it's finally on Criterion Collection, and especially the Blu-ray. And I'm talking about Hirokazu's Kore-eda's Afterlife. This film, as you know, I love movies about making movies, and this is such a profound movie for me. It was actually, I think, the first film I saw when I moved to Chicago. My brother Joey talked me into going to the Three Penny Theater in Lincoln Park, across from the Biography. Both were open back then, and he told me it was a movie about making movies, and that immediately interested me, and I read the synopsis in the reader, of course, and agreed to go with him. And the Three Penny Theater is where I saw a lot of movies because you could get in there cheap. Had a very attractive ticket lady there that also helped. But I believe this was the first film I saw in Chicago when I moved here, and boy, is it something special. The basic concept is, if you had to choose one memory from your life, out of all the years in your life, to sort of live in forever, which one would you choose? And once the recently deceased, who passed through this sort of filmmaking station on their way to the afterlife, pick one. Then the crew then recreates it on film, and when they play it back at the end of the week, you relive that memory, and you're taking up to the afterlife to live that memory for eternity. So it raises some of these really great questions about what's the most cherished memory you take with you, and what could you stand to leave behind in your memories if you had to. It's shot in a pseudo-documentary style where there is a lot of non-actors in it who are talking about their lives, and there's some actors in it who play the crew that sort of puts these films together. And it's shot in a very, like I said, pseudo-documentary style, which I love. Great film. My review is that it's probably one of the more profound films on filmmaking that I've ever seen. It makes you think about the moment in films. What is the moment that captures your audience? And every film should have that, I think. It's that moment where you realize, yes, this is the story, and I'm into this story, and I'm experiencing this story rather than just watching it. So let's break out the glasses and see what they have in store for us. I just got this not too long ago. Director approved Blu-ray special edition. Afterlife is from 1998. It's 119 minutes, color, monaural with in Japanese with English subtitle. 1:66:1 aspect ratio means it'll have black bars on it, I think at the top and the bottom. It comes with a new 2K digital restoration, which I think is very important. I have the DVD, and the DVD was sort of like a second pass, I think, DVD, even though it was an official release. And I'm really looking forward to how this looks on a Blu-ray. Approved by writer-director Hirokazu Kore-eda, who's I've become a big fan of lately. This is the first film I saw, and I sort of like didn't keep up with his career after this, because this is just such a profound film. But then I took it out and re-watched it again, maybe about 3 years ago, and then I decided, hey, I wonder what else he's been up to. So I looked him up, and what do you know? I found Still Walking, I found Shoplifters, and probably another one of my favorites, Our Little Sister, which is based on a manga in Japan. And it's just a profoundly sweet film that I wish I could talk about here, but keep that in mind. Shoplifters, Still Walking, which is on the Criterion Collection, and Our Little Sister. It comes with an uncompressed monaural soundtrack, a new audio commentary featuring film scholar Linda C. Ehrlich, new interviews with Kore-eda and cinematographers Masayoshi Sakita and Yataka Yamazaki. Also includes deleted scenes, which I didn't know happened. Trailer plus an essay by novelist Vietong Nguyen. So it's all around a really good collection. I can't wait to see it again. I want to gather my family here to watch it with me. We watched it as part of my family film club that I do once a week with my family back home in Wyoming, and they absolutely loved the film. So, in fact, I'm going to send that old DVD to them. That's how much they enjoyed it. But Afterlife, it's just such a profound movie. It's influenced my own filmmaking. I've wanted to do sort of like a ad-libbed remake of this using the Native American Center here in Chicago and the Native American community and all of my Native filmmaker, film fan friends to sort of act as the crew. I think that would be a really cool thing to do. But I hope there's never a remake of this, because you just can't reach that same charm and integrity and earnestness of this film, which is hypocritical of me because I do want to do a remake. But Afterlife by, I want to get his name right, Hirokazu Kore-eda, spine number 1089, and that's on the top shelf today. I want to thank you for joining me. Just stay tuned for Top Shelf Literary Edition afterwards as a YouTube short series coming soon, and the next episode of 10 and 10 coming up probably in the next month. Until then, I will see you next time. Thank you.